This is SimCity 3000. It's a 25-year-old city builder. It's like ancient, but I think it's pretty good. And it even has some features that, to be honest, even the newest City Skylines 2 does not have. Really, to me, it feels like a game that got a lot of love. So why not build a city in this old game and check out what it was all about. This is the main menu. We can choose to start with a real city terrain. This is a pretty cool feature. And I'm gonna go with Los Angeles, since I guess that needs to be rebuilt anyway. Next, we can choose a name. I just go with LA. We can choose a difficulty level, a start date. We keep on disasters. We can choose the style of buildings. I'm honestly gonna go with like the European style, because I think they look the best. And you can even choose the landscape style if you want green grass or like snow or desert. I'ma just keep it as default. Let's hop in. If you're wondering about the aspect ratio, this is how the game was originally. So not really much I can do about it. And we even get a tip at the start. Power plants, when they age, they produce less power. Older power plants run the risk of exploding and should be replaced. This is a crazy feature. It doesn't even exist in the newest City Skylines 2. And I guess it might even be somewhat realistic. Let's get it started. This here is our map, and the way you start, just go to a certain place. I'm picking this spot right here at the bottom corner. And then you just press the road tool, pick a road, and simply draw a connection. It asks you to make the neighboring connection. Very well. We can even make the road run somewhat diagonally along like this coastline, which is honestly, for such an old game, I mean, it's kind of difficult, but we'll figure it out as we play. I just want to get in a bit of roads, just so we have infrastructure to start at. And I'm also gonna build a road fully straight. And with that, we are ready to zone. And in terms of zoning, we have light, medium, and dense residential. Let's just start with light residential. We can just drag it over here, fill the entire square. I'm also gonna add light commercial, scaling in some medium commercial even further. And then I'm just gonna add medium residential as well. With that, we can start the simulation. Things should move in quite slowly. But what we're missing, of course, is industry. Build that somewhere away from where we are currently building. So I'll just drag out a long street all the way back here. And for now, I'm just sticking with a grid for the industry, maybe even with an outside connection. One big grid right here. And then I'm just gonna fill it all. This side here, medium industry. The other side, dense industry. We can see what's the difference. Let's speed up the time. And we already get some error indicators, which indicate that there is missing electricity, which is true because we don't have any power plants yet. We can choose between coal and oil for now. I must start with coal, and I'm of course going to place it right here in the industry area. This should resolve some of our problems, but we also need power lines. Just drag from the place you wanna go all the way. So these are our power lines. Then of course we need water. For that we can choose pumping station or water tower. I'm just gonna go with a water tower. I'm going to place it right here at the intersection. And with water comes also water lines that we need to place down. So I'm just gonna drag a bunch of them in, also up to the industry area and the power plant, just so everyone gets the water they need. And this is something we have to draw on always and can never forget. Next, there would be garbage, but none of these buildings are currently available. I guess they will unlock, I'm not sure. We will see. And with that, we can see our town already developing. Let's zoom in and take a look. So we have these cute low density residential buildings. I must speed up the time even faster. A lot of things are zoning in. I really like the way it works. You have like then small paths in between and everything can just be zoned. There's commercial here. There's medium density housing here. This is the water tower. Looks quite interesting. Oh, there's even a castle here. That looks pretty nice. And this is our industry area. Also quite an interesting look. I quite like how things are built. If we take a look here, it first gets like constructed and then it's being built step by step. And things are just going in. Like you can actually see a process of these buildings being built. And you can even see people running around with like wood planks on their shoulders. They're probably building even more stuff. With just these small steps, we're already up to 6,000 in population. And maybe let's take a look at the money, which we can find here. Budget. We have expenditure, currently only for roads, and probably somewhere something for like electricity. And then there's income, which we get from taxes, residential, commercial, and industrial, all the way we usually know it. And then there is an expenditure, income, and a cash flow, and already positive. So that is quite nice, but we also don't have too many services yet. Down here, there's a very small demand meter. We have demand for residential as well as a tiny bit of industry. So let's try to fulfill that. And also it seems like that these houses only zone a certain level close to a street. So I need to add another street, maybe pause the time. So you can't just zone a giant grid without a street, but this should make it work. It's similar in the industrial area, but we've just learned from it. And now we can just continue the same thing just a bit further. This diagonal street is kind of interesting. This just created a roundabout, but that's okay. And I'm just gonna zone a bit more of the light density residential, and a sinkhole just spawned like all the way over here. So we don't care for it right now, and we can just work on our city. The new zoning automatically deletes the power lines, which is quite nice because the zoning just conducts electricity and you don't have to worry about deleting them yourself. To me, this is a really great feature. And you can even draw a street across it and it will just remove the one and the power lines still work. I don't understand why this isn't a feature in more modern City Skylines games. Then I'm just gonna add commercial, even more right here, because why not? It's really growing to a point where I think we can afford maybe public service buildings. Let's check what's there. There's police station, and jail. Jail is really expensive, police station not as much. Let's get in a police station. Let's check what's there. There's a fire station, just one. No choice really. Let's get that in. Then there is parks. That's maybe a good thing. Let's pick a large park and put it right here for now. Then there are landmarks. We can choose a city hall. Yeah, we're in San Francisco, or like at least close to it. And you can even just put down a World Trade Center, but I guess that's still too big for our city. Let's start with the city hall. Let's drop that in as well. And there's maybe even more space in between for even more services. Let's see what we're missing. Maybe a jail, maybe a hospital. Yeah, we have place for it. And while we're at it, why not add more medium density commercial? It probably makes sense to have that here, as well as some medium density residential along this park. Then we add another street and we can just do the same thing. Get in another park, maybe an entire zoo. I guess that maybe that's too expensive, a zoo. It costs 5k. We don't have that kind of money yet. How about a pond? That costs just 500. And some more medium density. That should solve a lot of our demand. And we're growing a lot. And to be honest, I think even though we just have a grid, this looks really nice. I mean, just visually, it's very dense. It looks like a city. Of course, a lot of repeating textures, but that's fine. At the same time, I'm realizing we're losing money right now. So let's try to fix that with more industrial zoning. Let's go with medium industry and zone up an entire square here with maybe even some light commercial around the corner. Maybe that helps. And another road here that should allow for more people to move in. And hopefully that will turn the tide very soon. Let's take a look at the budget. Yeah, we're losing not too much. I think with just a little bit of growth, we should probably be fine. But of course, one can always do better. So why not try to connect the industry area with our housing we have right here, at least somewhat. So add another street. And then I'm just going to taper things off. So another bit of light industry and then like maybe 2 spaces of air and then medium commercial, light commercial, and then just another bunch of light residential for people to move in. We have a lot of residential demand anyway. I just don't really know what kind of residential demand that is. It might be high residential demand. I do not really know. And we're still losing money, which is maybe a problem. I'm gonna pause the game for now and check in with the advisors. We have a bunch of advisors. Let's see what they're complaining about. Hospitals are plentiful. That's good. Plenty of schools. That's good. City stuck in traffic. That's maybe an issue. Not sure though how we could really fix that. There are water shortages, more parks are needed, industrial taxes want to be lowered, and they want a haunted house. And I'm just gonna place it right here. I can even place multiple of those. Let's get them in. And they told us we don't have enough water, which might be because either of our water tower. It might also because we forgot to add new water pipes. So let's try to really build out our infrastructure. I hope this helps. I'm not sure how our power is doing, but I also don't really know how I can analyze it. I hope people will just complain when problems occur. And there's like maps we can generate. And honestly, I really like them. We have a lot of energy usage. There's garbage, population, workforce, health, and like other statistics. They look pretty solid. But now my issue is really trying to get this city profitable. And I am honestly not too sure what I am actually missing. I might just try zoning a bit of dense residential just to see what happens. Maybe people want to move in, but I have a lot of things zoned. Maybe it's really just the traffic that we could, well, we can't really try to fix because we don't have money to build a new road, right? Yeah, so we cannot do anything about that. So we're down to our last $59. Let's at least see if our money is growing or if we go into a deficit. At least things are building. I guess that should lead to higher taxes, right? Apparently not. We are now in the minus. How about we increase residential tax a tiny bit? That puts us into profits. There's like this thing here, deals with neighbors. I'm not sure what you can do here. Then there's business deals, also none available right now. But I think there are things that could solve costs with mandatory water meters. Why not install those? And let's again check on the expenditure side. Our most expensive thing is police right now. Let's reduce that budget, as well as public health budget, fire budget, and education budget. They told us we have plenty of it anyway, and let's hope that that turns our city profitable. I did not expect the game to be this hard. I thought we could just cruise around and build a city, but apparently that's not how it works. Hopefully our number will go back to being green soon, and we have our first high density housing zoning in. That's quite nice. And it looks like it got destroyed already. Why would that be? Maybe we don't have enough water. I mean, that might be plausible, but is there a way to get credits in this game? Let's take a look at budget again. Yeah, city is broke. Thank you for that. Take out several loans to cover your deficit and provide cash reserves. There's a briefing when files called loans if you need more information. Okay, so that means there is a way to take loans, but how? Let's talk with the guy. We don't have to anymore because we just got money for some reason. Well, probably because just the time progressed, and I'm just gonna add more water. I'm not 100% certain. We need more water. Maybe this was holding back our city the entire time. Then add a tiny bit more water pipes down here, and that should really set up everything to run well with water. And with that, yeah, we're profitable. And apparently there's now toxic rain in my city. Not sure what to do with it, if I can do anything about it. Maybe we can demolish this area. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But either way, our city is growing for sure. And with that, maybe we can do some new things. There's landfill. Let's try that out. Just put it here and maybe some more back here. Not sure exactly what we need it for, but I'll just have it around. Why not? We can build a seaport apparently. Let's test that out right here. It's crazy expensive. We can't do that right now. In terms of utilities, there's garbage disposal, which isn't currently available. And apart from that, let's look at some petitions that people are bringing to us. They want me to build a new city hall. Sure, I can probably do that. City hall, let's take it. Let's put it right there. It looks quite nice. That's resolved. City needs more schools. We can resolve that, I think, under the budget table. And then just bring education back to normal. Check. More parks needed. Plague. Oh, we need more power plants apparently. Then let's get in more power. Just another coal power plant right there. Let's see what else they want. Police strike. Let's give them a raise as well. Garbage deal. Cash for trash. How much do you give me? No. I'm just not gonna take it right now. They want me to make a holiday. They all want weird stuff. I just want to grow a city here, man. What of all these things do you want and why? It's quite interesting. Let's actually try to fix traffic by building a highway. Why can I not build a highway? I just want to build a road. Let me build my highway, please. Okay, highway connection. Funnily enough, the road looks pretty much the same. Let's try to get it in. Something just happened. Oh, my power plant exploded. Guess we just have to build a new one. Coal power plant. Oh, we don't have money for it. Ah, that's a problem. Hopefully we get money soon. Let's take a look at the budget. Yeah, we're still making profit. We should be able to generate some cash. We'll do a Thanksgiving parade. And finally we got enough money. Let's put back the power plant. And I can finally get back to my highway building project. Maybe we can solve traffic with like bus stops. Not sure though how I unlock that. And man, there's just so much things happening. Everything is red, some things are green. Let's check these things individually. Healthcare workers on strike. Funding of healthcare. Yeah, we can fix that. Public health. Get it back up. No problem. So everything is back up now. So just leave me alone. Now let's check. There's so many things. Okay, let's try to work all of them down. City stuck in traffic. Yes, bus stops. They want bus stops. I want them too. But how can I build bus stops if you don't let me build bus stops? I don't really know because I don't think I can press like this button. It doesn't do anything, the bus stop button. I need to like unlock it somehow, but I don't know how. City needs more schools. They want libraries, museum, something. Yeah, I guess I can give that to you. Education. How about college? 3K. Ah, it's so expensive. And there's another disaster. So many things happening. Lower commercial taxes. Commercial taxes are too high. Okay, if you say so. Let's lower them by 1%. Happy now? How about you all shut up and I zone a bunch more? How about that? Let's try it. Let's just try ignoring all these people and just building a city. Right? What do they know about building a city? Let's keep some of that grid going. Connection up to the highway. Something like that. Maybe even another connection to the industrial area. But I'm just gonna build a brand new neighborhood down here that will be focused more on high density. Because like, why not? Let's do the right things first. So we need to get in water pipes. Hopefully it's enough. Maybe we can even get in a pumping station. It does so much more. And maybe we can just like put it right here. And then I'm just gonna zone. So I wanna start with medium density behind here. Yeah. So people are moving in here, that's great. Then medium commercial, just makes sense around the same area with some light residential along the coast, just like that. And then I want dense buildings up here, but it's just too expensive. I don't have the money for it. So let's just build a few. And then we just hope that people move in and pay a lot of taxes here. Maybe we could also get the industry a bit further away. How about we add... Oh, there's another of like these clouds. I think the industry is just too dense. So let's rebuild the road and then demolish. I want all these things demolished and then dezoned. The dezoning doesn't work unless all these things are demolished. Bam. And then dezone. Bam. Okay. And instead of here, I'm gonna add high density industry all the way up here. And then they're gonna get like power lines. Okay. They're too expensive for now. I need to wait until a tiny bit more of the money comes in. Right now, I just need electricity or like money so I can get in electricity. But for that, time needs to progress. And I still don't know how to take loans. I would take them if I could. But the financial guy is not really telling me how to get it. Yeah, we're just like, we're not even making more money all the time. We're just making like 2.7k. I might increase the industrial tax rate. Maybe then there's less demand for it. Maybe even 9% or 10. Not sure what happens with it. Expenditure, everything is, I guess, as it's supposed to be. Oh, and here I can take loans. Okay, this is nice. Let's take a loan. Let's see what he says. Loans are expensive. Interest costs are equal to approximately 50% of the loan. Therefore, if a city takes 10,000, the city is obligated to pay back 15,000. Each new loan is extended for 10 years. And cannot be paid off early. City must make annual payments on each loan for 10 full years. I guess so, but I'm not sure what I would use it for because I don't know how to actually generate more profits. I mean, I want to check if there's now new rewards available. Yeah, there's a courthouse and there's a haunted house. Let's get in the haunted house. And let's also get in the courthouse. Again, we put it in a zone of light commercial because I guess it just makes sense. And then I'm gonna zone all this with medium density or I'd like to zone all of this medium density residential, but that's sadly not how it works because I don't have the money. Maybe let's get in another park, large park for 1,000. And I'm even gonna afford myself another one. And industrial demand is still crazy high. Let's just expand here and build with a bit more place another dense industrial area. I'm just spacing it out right now because I think that will create less of these like toxic rain clouds. I'm not sure if that's actually how it works, but we'll see. And with these changes, currently all these things down here are green. So let's just hope that means positive things. Cash is somehow not moving. Like I'm spending things, but the amount of money I'm making is not really increasing. And to be honest, my population is also fluctuating really much. Maybe we can take a look at some data. So in terms of pollution, yeah, I think spreading out the things really works. Our workforce is dropping, but especially the education. No, this is the age and the education coefficient. So it means that our younger people are educated more. That means our education system has become better. Health, population, electricity, garbage. Maybe we can offer a library. Yeah, it just costs 1,000. We can offer that. Let's put it right here. And if that was cheap, maybe a museum, 1,500. Yeah, okay. Let's spend that as well. And that should make my advisors happy. Crime level skyrockets. What do they want? They probably want another police station. I can give them another police station. Why is there this massive traffic jam right here? Like, what are you guys doing? Where are you even going? Like, you're just turning around. It makes no sense. But oh well, if that's what you want to do, feel free to do that. And just zoned a bunch more high density. And we still have a lot of industry demand, but we didn't have a major like cloud disaster here for a while. So it seems to me that this strategy is working. So let's get in some more roads back here and allow for it to have dense industrial area zoned just right here. We can't zone more because it's so expensive. And now the bus stops are colorful. Maybe they were grayed out because I couldn't afford them. Let's put in bus stops. One right here. One right here. I'm not sure how the bus system works, but I'm just gonna put in bus stops and hope they do things like help the traffic. Well, we're not losing money, but we're not making much. We're spending a lot of police. Mass transit is cheap. Yeah, it's just police and education that's expensive. Maybe I'll just decrease the police budget a bit. And maybe I'll just put more tax on industry. 11%. I don't know. And we're not really making much money from commercial. I'm not sure what that means. The advisor wants me to reduce the tax. Let's do that. But it feels like that all these things don't really have a major impact on like my money. Like, how can I have now 30,000 people but like almost no taxes being paid to me? It's actually crazy. Like in this game all the time, you're not sure of that. But for now, people want more industry. Here, get more industry, have fun with it. Dense industry. Thing is really old, and they want me to replace the power plant with a park because it's hazardous, which I guess would be fine if I had the money for it, which I don't. Oh, and very interesting, you can actually choose to replace buildings just for the look. That's pretty convenient, I guess. Very interesting feature, I must say. And now there's again so many people complaining about fire. Try to get it fixed. One fire here, one fire here. Get to build another fire department, who knows? But I just don't have money. I guess anyhow, this gives a great overview over the game. Maybe I'll continue next episode if you want to. Let me know what you think. But overall, I guess, yes, the graphics are of course worse than newer games. But I mean, this game is also 500 megabytes, so how much can you expect? But like some things, like the advisory panel, I think is quite nice. The thing that there's like always stuff happening. Replacing buildings, the features that power plants get old, that there's like pollution clouds when there's too high density of industrial buildings. What annoys me is that it always goes to a place when things are burning. It force moves me to look at it, but it has some great things. And to be honest, it's really annoying me. It's a nice game, and I feel right now it's a good mix of challenging and fun. And it has interesting graphics. That's SimCity 3000.